Welcome back to iHeartStats, and today we're going to really get into what I think is the most interesting part of the course. This is where we start talking about the relationship between two different variables. Now, we've mentioned that as we've gone along, and we've used some examples and things where we've talked about the relationship between variables, but now we're going to do our actual first test where we look at two different variables and we try to find out what the relationship between those two variables is. These are the kinds of questions that really animate us into getting into statistical tests in the first place. And they're the kind of things that you hear about in everyday life all the time, questions people raise where there's one variable that we think might be related to another, or one variable that might cause another. An example would be, are men or women better drivers, okay, or something like that. And so we have the variable we think might be causing it, gender, and then the outcome variable, whatever measure we have of good driving, the number of crashes you get in or something like that. And it's a relationship between those two things that's always kind of animating our engagement with statistical tests. Okay? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, back to our levels of measurement. Today we are going to look at the nominal level. You remember that I said that there would be a different test depending on what the levels of measurement are. You can also use this for ordinal variables, even though this test is really set up to deal with two nominal variables. It can also be extended to the case where you have a nominal variable and an ordinal variable, or an ordinal variable and a nominal variable, or two ordinal variables. So 4 squares in our old table that laid out the course.